We decided to look at the effect of commercial polyethylene microbeads on the growth of lettuce plants.
We chose this topic because plastic pollution is a serious issue. 60 to 80% of all plastic pollution is petroleum-based plastics. In Lake Erie alone, 90% of the plastic pollution found were these microbeads. Microbeads have a very high prevalence in cosmetics nowadays because they are used as exfoliating agents. Sadly, these microbeads easily pollute waterways because few, if any, waste treatment plants can filter out these microbeads. These microbeads pose a serious threat to marine life. Small fish and plankton will eat these microbeads. Toxic materials can also be absorbed onto the surface of these plastics and then released into the bodies of the aquatic animals.
Since we know that microbeads have a negative effect on the marine life, we want to know if they have a negative effect on plant growth as well.
So, our null hypothesis is polyethylene microbeads will have no effect on plant growth. And our alternate hypothesis is polyethylene microbeads will have a negative effect on plant growth.
Materials that we need are 15 lettuce plants, 3 for each concentration, polyethylene microbeads from commercial face wash, Clean and Clear, soil, and fertilizer.
Our procedure is first we will obtain the microbeads from the commercial face wash. We will do this by separating them by hand and drying off all excess materials. Then we will weigh and separate the microbeads into groups of 0 grams, 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams, and 20 grams. Since we are doing 3 trials of each of these concentrations, we need to make sure that we have 3 of each group. We will have 1 negative control. Instead of placing in polyethylene beads, we will put in 50 grams of salt. We will mix an equal amount of soil and fertilizer for each pot with their respective microbead concentration and an equal amount of lettuce seeds. We will fill each of these pots with the equal amount of soil. We will document the growth or lack of growth through photos and measurements weekly. We will also make sure we are taking care of each plant equally, and we will have to water the plants every other day.
Our budget will include 1 packet of lettuce seeds, which is 1,000 seeds, which is $3.95, 15 plastic pots, which are 98 cents each, which is total just $14.70, and 10 bottles of face wash, $3.33 each, which comes to a total of $33.30. So the total amount would be $51.95.
Our timeline is that we will obtain our materials by November 5th. We will prepare the soil with specific concentrations of microbeads by November 12th. We will plant our lettuce by November 19th, and we will end our experiment about 45 days later on January 7th. Thank you for listening.